Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I did this navy blue pretty dramatic eye look using the Urban Decay Naked palette, the navy color from the Lorac Pro 2 palette, and starring or featuring the new Urban Decay Afterglow blush that I got in the color Bang, which is like literally red. Like when you open the thing, it's red. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next and subscribe so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. Bye. So the first thing that I did was I applied my L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I have it in W3, Warm 3, and that is nude beige. And then after I did that, I primed my eyes using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I filled in my brows really quickly. So this side of my face obviously already has the eyes done. I am glowing up a storm over here. And the big thing, like what inspired this whole thing, was this Urban Decay blush. This is the color Bang. It's one of their new Afterglow blushes. It's like orangey red. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but I mean it's intense. And so you have to work really hard to get it to not look a little bit nuts, right? So the way I did that was, you know, of course I did my contour and my bronzing and everything. Then I did my highlighter, and then I kind of blended the blush with the highlighter. So I'm going to show you how I did that. First I took my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I just did my little, this is what I'm using as my contour today. Did my little line there on the cheek, and I'll go ahead and blend that out with a different brush in a moment. Oh, before I go any further, I should do my concealer. I saved that because I wanted to show you. I've been talking about this for a while, but if you haven't heard me talk about it, you should totally buy this concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I have it in medium light neutral. It is just, it's called Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. And that's what it is. Like, okay, so I just put a little dab on my hand. So I can show you what I'm talking about. But I just put a little bit on my face as well. Put a little bit here. That little dab will rub out to cover like half of my hand. And now my hand looks like flawless. Covers up veins, it covers up any imperfections. Anyway, so I'm using a damp beauty blender to rub out my concealer. More like tap it out. And then I'm going in immediately right after with the same beauty blender, and I'm applying my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. It is weird to me to put powder on a beauty blender. Like, it still kind of baffles me, but apparently people do it all the time, so. Now this is kind of baking. I'm just going to leave a little bit of excess powder under my eye for a minute, and then I'll brush it off. But I'm just kind of letting that powder sink in, and when I sweep it away, I'll have a more flawless looking under eye. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm actually using an Urban Decay pressed powder, and this is in medium dark golden, so it's actually just a regular face powder for someone with slightly darker skin than mine. But it's a sample, and I'm using just a big fluffy brush, and this is what I'm going to bronze my face with today, because it is nice and warm, if you can tell. Throwing that up onto the hairline, the temple area, a little bit on the forehead, and blending it all out. Okay, so then I went in with the blush. And this color is so cool. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay Naked Flushed, the highlighter in there. This is the native one with a blush brush. Before I do the blush, I'm actually doing the highlighter on the top of the cheekbone. And this highlighter isn't like super duper intense, but it can be. Do you see? So now that I have that done, I'm just going to take it a little bit like on the tip of the nose, and ooh, my nose is glowing like Rudolph now. Okay, so then I go ahead and do the blush, and for this you want to use a brush that's dual fiber. Like this one has the black bristles, and the white bristles. So the white bristles are, you know, going to make it a lot lighter. I'll just show you what happens when you dip your finger in this blush, okay? Here, let's just tap it. You don't want your cheeks looking like that. So I'll just take that and I mean, this is like an intense blush, but it does blend out rather nicely. You just have to use a really light hand and a light application. So I'm actually going to go, and that's enough to do my entire cheek, that little tap. So I'm just placing that here in the center of the cheek and kind of going in circular motions. A little bit back, blending it in with the highlighter, a little bit forward. See what I mean? That little bit of blush set me off. So I just keep using that same brush and I just keep blending and blending. It's almost like a Snow White thing. You know how she had like the really rosy cheeks on fair skin. I'm not fair skinned, but you know. Okay, so I'm going back in with the highlighter brush and I'm redefining the top of the cheekbone because the highlighter does get a little bit blended away when you use this method. It's a little much, this highlight on the nose, so I'm just going to rub it out just a tiny bit. I'm brushing away the excess powder that I left on the under eye. So for eyeshadow today, I'm primarily using the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette, but I actually went into the Lorac Pro palette too. So I just used the navy color out of this palette. As usual, I use a soft brush and a transition shade first. This is Naked from this palette. It's just basically like a tan shade. Barely any darker than my skin tone. And as you can see, I have hit major pan. Just putting that above the crease and in the crease. It's very fair, and that's okay with me because we're doing the navy, so it doesn't need to be. We're not doing the navy. We're going to be applying a navy shadow red after this, so you don't want to do anything crazy. Okay, so now I've got the transition shade. Then I took a fluffy brush and I took the color Sin, which is right next to Naked. It's like a soft peachy shade. Like a very shimmery, champagne-y peach color. And I'm tapping that on the lid. Then I use the same brush. Isn't that color pretty? I'm actually using the exact same brush, and I don't care if the colors mix. I'm using the color Virgin, which is right next to Sin, so it's the white color. So Naked, then Sin, then Virgin. And this is going to be the under brow bone highlight. Kind of intense, but I like it. And the inner corner of the eye highlight. Okay, so I have a really shimmery base to the eyes, and now it's time for the fun navy color. We will be coming back into the Naked palette for blending purposes, but this is the original, no, this is the Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I'm just going into navy with a crease brush. What I really did was focus it on the outer eye, and so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just drawing like a little V, and then allowing it to hit up in the crease. Take whatever is left on the brush and I just bring that in the crease, inward. Okay, so then I went back in with the original blending brush and the color Naked, the tan color, and blended out the edges. Alright, and I went back in with Sin, the lid shade, and tapped that back on the lid to bring back my shimmery color. Okay, then I went in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner in Sabbath. This one is a navy blue liner. It may be hard to see on my eye, so that's why I put it on my hand. But I'm doing a very thin line, putting it right into the lashes. And then I'm going to tap this pencil on the lower lash line. And I'm not making a line, if you see, it's more like tap dots. Little dots, that's all I'm going to do there. Then I'm taking my finger and I'm just going to blend this part out. The dots actually look more realistic than a harsh line because the dots resemble the lower lashes that you've got there already. So it doesn't matter if your lower liner is actually dot, 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 dot. People actually do that as a technique to make their lower lashes look fuller. So then I took the IT Cosmetics. This is just a smudger brush. It's like really dense. And I'm actually just going to put it on top of the liner and smudge it back and forth. So it gets smudged slightly higher than I applied it. I make sure to attach or connect the lower lash line and the upper lash line in the corner. Then I went back in with the color Sin, which is that lid shade again, and revived that. And then when you think you're almost done, I took the NYX liquid black liner and I applied the skinniest liquid liner on this eye right in the lashes. I still want the smoke blue to show, but the black just really grounds the look. Curl your lashes and apply your favorite mascara. Today I'm using the Lancome Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara. Only on the top lashes. For lips I'm using the Urban Decay Sheer Revolution lipstick. This is the sheer one in Manic. And it's a bit deep. Like a deep berry color. So all I'm doing is kind of tapping it on my lips. And I kissed off the excess. I just want a little pink, but I don't need like crazy plum color. And then I'm going on top of it with a nude gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline. So it just plays down that lip color. And I like the combination. Alright, so this is the finished look. It's kind of unique with the navy and the bright blush, but I feel like you can kind of tone both of them down. I don't ever want anyone like to be afraid of color in their makeup collection. I would be so sad if I could only wear browns for the rest of my life, golden brown, you know. So this look is a way to wear color. You could definitely do, instead of the navy, you could do like a purple or a green or brown or black or gray or whatever kind of tickled your fancy for a crease shade. But the principle's the same. You know, you want to smoke it out, you want to blend like crazy. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I love this blush. I really think I'm going to go ahead and pick up more of them. They are crazy pigmented, but with a little bit of shearing out, the color selection is gorgeous. So let me know what some of your favorites are, and I will check them out online. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.